Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back and I'm better. So this is about to be a real soft glam. I'm just wiping her face down right now. It's gonna be real natural. I recorded this video months ago, so bear with me with the information. So now I'm priming her skin. This is just like an extra layer on top of her skin to make sure the product doesn't just sit right on top. So this step, I like to use Duo's lash glue just to mold down the hairs on her eyebrows and make sure they don't move the entire day. To outline her brows, I'm just using a dark brown eyeliner pencil. I usually use this pencil on almost everybody because it's like the perfect brown, so yeah. So now I'm just concealing the bottom of her eyebrow. I used LA Girl's concealer. I think it was the color Cool Tan. And you'll see me just patting that concealer out, blending it into her skin, making sure it's not too much on her eyelid. So for her eyeshadow, I'm just using 2 shades of brown, one lighter, one darker, and just blending it into her eyebrow. This is usually my go-to look, even on myself, so I recommend it for everyone.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he described by creating an imaginary picture. Usually, it's something that moves.
Now I'm just gonna add some liner. The liner that I was using was NYX matte liner, but they actually discontinued it. Like I said, this video is old, so I'm gonna make an updated video to show y'all what I use now. But I just wanted to put this out because it was in my gallery, and I feel like y'all deserve just like a natural, tutorial. Here I'm just using mascara to clean any eyeshadow that fell onto her lashes. So to conceal the top of her brow, I use the foundation that I'm going to use on the rest of her face. I feel like this gives it the most natural look to the brows.
So then, why?
So for her foundation, I believe that I used Fit Me in number 356. So with the foundation, I like to spread it out evenly everywhere with my concealer brush, and then I'll go in with the foundation brush and pat everything in. So now I'm just going to melt that foundation into her skin. This was like the perfect blend. Ladies, remember to pat, not swipe. Now you want to make sure everything is blended in smoothly and make sure that neck is matching her face. So now concealing her face, I used Juvia's Place in number 10. And I also went in with a number 13 just to brighten it up only under her eyes. So here I'm just using a black opal stick to contour her nose. The color is in shade Mocha. Now I would usually use the same black opal stick to contour her face, but this day I chose to use powdered contours, so yeah. So like I said, this video is months old because I did change my technique. So now I will use a brush to blend out her concealer, but the sponge does wonders just the same. And you do want to make sure your sponge is kind of damp but not too wet because it will mess up your concealer. Here I'm just using an angled brush to blend out her nose contour. Now y'all, nose contour is not my specialty. I feel like every artist has a weak spot, and I can honestly say nose contouring is not my best sport. But I think it still looks good, so, you know. So now I'm about to set that concealer with my Laura Mercier setting powder. That is my most favorite setting powder. And I like for my clients to continue to look up so we won't make creases. Now the powder is what's gonna make the makeup last the entire day. So you wanna make sure you're packing a good amount on top of that concealer. And this is my most favorite part because everything just starts to look so smooth and blended in. Now y'all remember, you have to trust the process. You might not like it during the process, but in the end everything is going to turn out perfectly.
Usually it's something that moves.
So going back in with more powdered contour just to define the face more. And with this contour, I use Juvia's Place Warrior eyeshadow palette. I feel like that is an all-purpose eyeshadow palette. It's usually sold out, y'all, so don't go selling it out, please, because I need one too. And same with the nose contour. I'm going in with that eyeshadow palette and just packing it on top, making sure it's set. When using a cream, you always want to put a powder on top to set it because it will look oily later on. You don't want it to look oily and cakey. Now going in with the blush, this is also one of my favorite parts because it adds color to the face. I believe I use Scott Barnes blush palette.
So then, why?
So here I'm using the same darkest shade that I used on her eyelid just to define her waterline more. So I like to wipe off the lips first with a makeup wipe before I line it and put the lip gloss on there because I think it gives it just a more clean base. And I used the same pencil that I used on her brows. I think it's best to use the same pencil that you used on the brows to outline the lips so everything could just flow perfectly. So now I'm going in with Duo's lash glue and putting it on her lash line because I'm about to put the lashes on. Also one of my favorite parts because that's when you know we're about to be finished. Those lashes just make everything pop. I absolutely love putting on the lashes last because that's when you can just see everything and you just know like, yeah, you did that. So now I'm just patting in and also swiping away the remaining setting powder that was left on her face, and I'm using the same brush that I used to pat in her foundation. Now to set everything in and make sure everything is blended, I'm using a setting spray. I would usually use Morphe, but maybe I ran out. So now I'm just adding bronzer to make sure her cheeks are shining when she smiles and to make sure everything is just glowing. Y'all, please don't add too much, please. Please don't make it look like a honey bun. So here I'm adding mascara to the bottom lashes to make them pop. So now I'm just using a lipstick wand, a disposable one, to blend in her lip gloss, and I'm gonna add gloss on top. I decided to use a more natural looking lip gloss because I just think it went perfectly with the look. And ladies, we are finished. I'm so glad I got her reaction. Yes, she loved it. But thank y'all so much for watching. I promise I will be more consistent with these videos.